Hey, welcome into the podcast. This is James Benson, aka JB Nolan. You guys know me by now. We've been on our podcast now, going on a year. It is Monday evening, and we just wanted to share with you guys. Please make sure that you like and share, as well as subscribe to the channel. It is greatly appreciated. We need all your support, and we thank you in advance for what you're going to do to make this a successful podcast. JB Nolan is here to not only entertain, but to encourage and to inspire. So make sure that you like, and we want you to be an intricate part of this. So make sure that if you have any concerns, if you want to share something that you want us to talk about, even if it's a story or something that you may find inspiring that we may want to talk about, you know, you can hit us up. You can email us. It's going to be jbknowingpodcast@gmail.com. So you can send it in. If you want to be anonymous, that is fine as well. We do use an anonymity and discretion with our listeners and those who are wanting to share. So, as I stated, we're here for you. And we want to make sure that we give you all the updated information that we have, the most accurate information that we have, because JB Nolan is here for you. How y'all doing? Well, you know, we're finna end the year of 2025. I hope you guys got all your Christmas and all that underway and getting all the gifts and presents for your loved ones and all the specialties that go along with that. So it's encouraging to know that we have been able to sustain and to come to this point in another year. Many didn't make it, but as the wine said, but I was one of the ones who did. Boom. Me, I didn't make it, but I was one of the ones who did. Great song. Yeah, so. And so I got to bring this in before I kind of like talk about some other stuff, but did y'all know that the Georgia Bulldogs put it on the Alabama Crimson Tide? Boy, I was so happy. I know I'm making a lot of people out there upset, and some family members, but there is a deep-rooted dislike amongst the Alabama Auburn fans. Not a Georgia fan, but when they play against Alabama, do what they did, you got me. So, kudos to Georgia Bulldogs, and bad news for the committee who selected them, the Alabama Crimson Tide, to be in the playoff, but that's a whole other subject. I won't go into it. Victor Rice, you already know. Yes, so again, make sure you tune in. JB Nolan, we're here for you. We're going to be talking about a whole lot, but I wanted to share with you and encourage you at the same time, you know, but it's imperative that the Bible says we're helpers one to another. So, someone else's issue or problem or concern or something that they want to talk about, perhaps it will influence you. Perhaps it may be inspiring to you. You know, you don't know which way this may go. But I do want you to know that everything that we share here, there is discretion. We are not here to blast anyone. We're not here to put down any race, political views, anything like that. We're here to only encourage. Okay? Cool. So I had a listener who emailed or sent a message through email. And so, I'm going to read it to you, and then I'm going to talk about it. How about that? So it says, JB Nolan, help me. And that's what I'm here for. Yeah. JB Nolan. They said, I am a 48-year-old female. I've always been an outgoing person. As a child, I matriculated through my schooling, elementary, even through high school and college. My parents taught me to be a respectful person to others and to allow myself to help others when needed. I've always tried to be the person to present myself to others in a caring and professional manner, but still maintaining a good sense of humor throughout life, and still laughing and joking and having fun and being that person and thinking I'm that person who, life of the party. One thing that really bothered me, and perhaps it shouldn't, is I always seem to be viewed as the villain. No matter how well I trust people, or perhaps an individual friend, they at some point always turn on me in some capacity or the other. As if I've wronged them, or I just give up on trying to say, or I've wronged them. And so they're saying that, so I just give up on trying to please people, even when it is a sacrifice on my behalf. Always being the person to treat others right. Never wronged anyone. Being jovial. Being considerate to others. She said here, She said, and my parents taught me how to treat others, how to help others, how to be considerate to others. And even when I do that, many times I'm considered the villain by individuals or a person or, whoever I'm dealing with. She asked JB Nolan to help her. JB, what's going on? What can you say to help this 48-year-old female who's ready to give up on just trying to make sure that the people that are around her can appreciate her good nature, her hospitality, and her assistance? I'm sure a lot of people can attest to having lived that life. And so, what do we say? What do you say? Do you find yourself in that position? Like, man, I don't care. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't sell 100, but I have really come to a place in my life where I'm done, absolutely done with trying to please people. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to treat everybody right. That's what my mom taught me. That's what I was taught as a child, kind of much to her testimony. But I am done. D-O-N-E. Done. we're trying to please people, trying to make sure that everybody is happy. I will attempt to be that person and try to be nice, try to match the energy that you give to me, but nah. So she said, JB, I'm done. What should I do? Where we going with this here? JB, no one got a solution. If not a solution, at least some advice for my peeps and for you. It was anonymous, so I'm not calling any names. I'm just going to say for my 48-year-old concerned villain. I found out that people, I don't care how well or how good you treat them, whether you loaning them money, whether you are going out of your way, or I don't care, you try to put on your best person for people because, who was the songwriter? Somebody said, we all want to be loved. So I don't care how well you treat any individual, it's many times not going to come back or reciprocate in what you thought you should get in return of what you treated them. People do not view you on what you present to them. Good nature, hospitable, kind to others, going out of your way to help others because you want to be that ideal person and be that person to kind of like get all the, not so much get accolades, but you don't want no one to speak negative about you. I've always had that persona, and if you ask anybody that know me, anybody, if they is, I'll be the first one to say, anybody that know me over all my years, my friends, my girlfriends, my constituent, the one thing they will tell you is I never tried to put a burden on that relationship. First of all, I get accused of this from my folks. I'm not going to really come to you and ask you for nothing. I probably will be like the prodigal son when he left home. His first move, once he went broke, he didn't even go home who had a wealthy father. The Bible say he was eating slop out of the hog pen because he was hungry. Now, hold on. Come on. I ain't saying I'm finna go eat no slop out of the hog pen, but my point is this here, man. A lot of times we are reserved and even entertaining, but because of the fact that people misread who we are. And so for this person who have personified the ideal candidate as being a friend, a constituent, someone that you would want to be in your corner, or someone who, if ever in need, you can call on them because they're ideal. They were taught by their parents to be good people and to help others, but always becoming the villain. People do not view you on what you present to them. People view you in contrast to how their life is compared to yours. What do you mean? You're doing well. You're presenting yourself great, Miss Villain, Miss 48-year-old villain. But people are comparing themselves to what they're dealing with in their life. And in contrast, they try to make you be the villain because they're not living up to their own expectations. You're outshining them. I'm just saying, man, this is, but people have that tendency. They don't really, look at, okay, this guy has, or this female has been very presentable. They presented themselves in a very fashionable way. And so I should, give them all the accolades and try to be that ideal person, to try to live up to them and try to emulate what they're displaying, because obviously what they're showing me is a great level of gratitude as well as friendship and trying to be in my corner, but yet I make them the villain. I always try to shine on them because my life sucks. Ugh. Yeah, that's what we are, people. One of the things, Matthew 16:16, and this comes when Jesus was talking to his disciples. All of them would gather around, and Jesus had been around in the community and performed different miracles, and there had been talk among the Jews, well, it was a Gentile, but there had been talk about him because many didn't know him. And so he gathered his disciples, who all were of some descendants, Jews, and but they were hand-selected by Jesus. But one of the things, and I want to point this out to you, one of the things he asked his disciples while he was speaking in this verse, Matthew 16:16, he said, the people out there are talking, the different ones that are talking, they're saying this, they're saying that. They're saying, I am this, and I'm saying that. Some say I'm Elijah, some say I'm this. That didn't concern him. He haven't did wrong to nobody. He haven't, much like her, tried to help others, healing the sick, providing, curing the lame. But he wanted to know from those that was closest to him. He said, I hear all of this going on, and I've done all of this, but the one thing I want to know, and you will probably have inside information, Jesus talking to disciples, he said, they're saying I'm all this here. They're talking about me and making me sound like I'm something that I'm not. But he asked his disciples, regardless of what they're saying, who do you say I am? I handpicked you. I'm more concerned about who you think I am, because I realize that I'm investing in you, and what you say matter more than what they say. And the Bible say in Matthew 16:16, it was Simon Peter who said, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. Now, how would he have known that? Even Jesus, in some way, rebutted him and said, Peter, how you know this? Flesh and blood didn't reveal this to me, but my Father, which is in heaven. That's the only person that could have told you this, because I never told you who I was in that regard. That I am the Christ, the Son of the living God. And so I say to this villain, this 48-year-old female, invest in those who invest in you. Stop worrying about who like you, who don't dislike you. I'll be honest with you, I like you if you show up at my door every morning before the mailman get there with bills, but have a check matching every bill. We grand. You can be my best friend. You investing in me. But yet I have to get up and go to my job and put those hours in to make sure that everything is on point. Lights are still working. Heat is still coming on. Invest in those who invest in you. That's what Jesus was saying. I could care less about what they're saying or what they're doing. I'm investing in you. What do you think about me? Because if I invest in you, I'm sure that you're invested in me. So what do you say? Because what you say matters. And I ain't got time for it, boo. I'm only giving you the same energy you giving me. I know I sound a little thug, but I'm a little thug. I'm going to match the same energy that you're giving me. So, the moral of the story is make sure that you are not out there spinning wheels for somebody who is not spinning wheels for you. Make sure that what you're investing in, invest in those that's going to invest in you. Listen here. I got more time behind me than I do ahead of me. I don't have time for the ones that ain't on board. I ain't got time for those who want to sit around and try to make me look like a villain. You got something to say about everything, but you're doing nothing. I'm good. I am so good till I'm so good. I don't worry about that. Because if you are really focused on what you're trying to do, you ain't got time to worry. It takes too much energy to worry about somebody who is not investing in you. It takes too much time for somebody to come and have rent-free time in your head. I'm good, boo. Don't worry. As the writer said, oh, what was the twin? I'm good, twin. You ain't got to worry about it, because if we're not on the same page, where we going with this? If you're not investing in me, what we going to do? Nothing, boo. I'm good. I'm going to get up every morning and do what I need to do. But those that's going to invest in me, we're going to invest together. Those who are moving in the direction that I'm moving, we're going to move together. JB Knowing, look forward to hearing from you, Mrs. 48-year-old villain. Hope this helped. Check us out. Be sure to send any concerns, requests, anything you want us to talk about. JB Knowing Podcast at gmail.com. So, with that being said, hey, catch you next time. Make sure you tune in. Be blessed.